Meanwhile, the recent petrol price hike has left residents of Calabar, Cross River State, struggling to cope with the scarcity and high cost. With some filling stations unable to afford the new prices, residents are facing difficulties in accessing petrol, further complicated by the price increase from 880 naira to 1,200 naira per litre. Tina Ikwaki brings us more details.
The scarcity of premium multi-spirit, that's fuel, has crippled the city, with commuters stranded and transportation costs hitting the roof. Endless queues at fuel stations have become the new norm as residents scramble to access basic necessities. The price hike has triggered an unprecedented surge in the cost of living, with prices of goods and services escalating rapidly.
Drivers are suffering. You go to filling stations, you can imagine a filling station, maybe 1 million in the States, different price. It's not supposed to be that way in Nigeria. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be at least one price for the whole state, even in the whole Nigeria.
The increment of fuel, it is the federal government have to look into it, because things is very hard now. Now fuel is 1,000 naira a litre. We don't know where we are heading to.
The market has skyrocketed. Cost of food items, even feeding food items in the market is also expensive. Beans I used to buy before, a cup 100 naira, from 100 naira to 150. Now, a cup is 600 naira. So tell me, if you're not financially buoyant, even feeding might become a challenge.
Residents are struggling to make ends meet, and many are calling on the government to reconsider the fuel price hike, citing a severe impact on the common man.
Maybe government just look onto for matter because of it's very wrong now. Passenger, we don't even make answer.
1,000 naira for filling station, 1 2 black market, life hard. Transportation safety, no green.
Feel is the government should do something about this. You see, when there were subsidies, now the removal of subsidies, there's no benefit. We have not benefited it. So they should go back to subsidy when there was subsidy so that we can get this fuel at a better rate.
Tina Ikwaki, TVC News, Calabar.
And for more on the petrol situation and assurances by the Minister of Petroleum, Henneken Pobiri, and oil and gas expert Charles Iving joins me on the news this hour. It's good to have you join us on TVC News at 1.
Thank you for having me.
So how do we rationalize, the scarcity and, the non-availability of this fuel, especially when you consider what the Minister of Petroleum for State is saying that it will be available before the end of the week? How realistic is this? And, looking at the cost, how realistic are we to get, a decrease in the price too?
Thank you so much. Yesterday I listened to the Honorable Minister. In fact, for now, it is a very good object that Mr. President has to weigh in immediately to bring harmony in the information that is being disseminated out of the country concerning the issue of the increment and at the same time availability, because there are discordant tones from NNPC, from marketers, from Dangote. So they do not have an harmonized message. I think yesterday, the clarity the president brought in through the vice president is very, very, very instructive. And inviting also the National Security Advisor to be part of that meeting that is a very good optics, because energy itself is a security issue. And I think that is a very good one. Secondly, on the issue of availability, we are battling with 2 issues here, almost 3 issues. One of the issues is issue of availability. The other issues have to do with the issue of costing, that is affordability. And I think very well the way the Mr. President yesterday addressed the issue, I'm very confident that the petroleum product will be available. That is what they said. Let us believe them. Let us also be hopeful, because Dangote is coming on stream. And if the price, just as I mentioned the last time, if NNPC will go, we definitely selling at an economic price. That, to a large extent, will stimulate the petroleum product market in Nigeria, will enable other stakeholders who are licensed to be able to that market reflective price. As difficult it may be for Nigerians, that is the way it is for now, because the government already have taken a position that they are not going to continue to pay subsidy. So this is the difficult situation we find ourselves. And I think strongly Nigerians, at this particular point, there is a need for all the stakeholders to come together, including the government, including all the other stakeholders to come together. Let us look at the issue of the cost of living in Nigeria and look at how we can have a middle point. But for now, the reality confronting us is that petrol, as it is for now, the least you can get in this country is from the NNPC, which I sympathize with NNPC at this point, seriously, because NNPC, according to the PIA, is a private company. And secondly, the PIA also statutory obligates NNPC to be an energy company of last resort. So these are two contradictions. If it is energy company of last resort, where is it going to get the money to be producing energy as timely as possible without the federal government? So this is the dilemma we find ourselves as a country, and even for NNPC themselves as an organization, as a private company. In fact, this is the problem of finance. I think that I believe that the other minister spoke the mind of the people.
All right, Charles. We also want to, talk to you about the fact that, some persons have also been speculating what the price of the Dangote refineries, feel will be at this time. But it's a fine place to leave the conversation for now. Oil and gas expert Charles Ebiang, thank you for joining us on the News at 1.